Welcome to the world of Nioh 3. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoy this extended demonstration of the adventures that await in Nioh 3. A portion of Nioh 3 takes place in Japan's Warring States period, where yokai roam and a horrifying realm known as the Crucible has emerged.
Nioh 3 emerges in 2026 as the latest entry in Team Ninja's acclaimed samurai action RPG series, taking the franchise to new heights in both gameplay depth and narrative ambition. Set in a dark, alternate history Japan, teeming with supernatural creatures and violent warring factions, Nioh 3 builds on the core mechanics of its predecessors while introducing a host of new systems that reward careful planning, strategic combat, and mastery of the game's complex combat toolkit. Fans of the series will find a familiar rhythm of precise swordplay, parry-based combat, and stamina management, but with fresh twists that redefine how players engage with the world of yokai and samurai warfare. At the heart of Nioh 3 is its story, which picks up decades after the events of Nioh 2, but introduces a wholly new protagonist, a half-human, half-supernatural warrior whose mysterious origins tie directly to the chaos-gripping 16th century Japan. The narrative explores the tension between human ambition and the overwhelming presence of yokai, the spirit beast entities that plague the land. Unlike prior entries, the game interweaves political intrigue with personal identity crises, creating a tale that is simultaneously epic in scope and intimate in its emotional resonance. Players will traverse war-torn provinces, haunted forests, and shadowy shrines, encountering characters whose fates hinge upon choices that blur the lines between human and supernatural morality. Gameplay in Nioh 3 retains the series' trademark high difficulty, but rewards patience, observation, and skill. Combat is more dynamic than ever, combining traditional melee weapons, katanas, spears, dual swords, with ranged options like bows and the new spirit guns that channel elemental energy. The introduction of the yokai fusion system is a standout addition. Players can now temporarily merge with defeated yokai, gaining their unique abilities and creating a strategic layer that encourages experimentation. This system also ties directly into the story, as the protagonist's hybrid nature allows for deeper narrative exploration, blending plot with gameplay mechanics in a way that feels organic and engaging. Exploration in Nioh 3 is equally rewarding. The game world is densely packed with hidden passages, secret bosses, and environmental puzzles that require both careful observation and combat readiness. Unlike the linear progression of previous entries, this installment adopts a semi-open world design, allowing players to choose the order in which they tackle regions and quests. This freedom fosters replayability and encourages players to master each area's unique yokai and environmental challenges. Additionally, the game features a robust crafting and loot system, with weapons and armor that can be upgraded and customized, giving players the flexibility to adapt to different combat styles and enemies. One of the most remarkable aspects of Nioh 3 is its enemy design. Yokai are more diverse and intelligent than ever, blending traditional Japanese folklore with creative new twists. Each enemy type demands a different approach, whether through timing-based parries, elemental exploitation, or yokai fusion tactics. Boss battles are particularly memorable, often requiring players to read patterns over multiple phases while balancing stamina and health management. Unlike other action RPGs, Nioh 3 rarely feels unfair. Deaths are frequent but instructive, reinforcing the game's philosophy that mastery comes from learning and adaptation rather than brute force. The game also makes notable strides in multiplayer integration. Players can summon allies for co-op battles or engage in competitive duels using their optimized characters. The addition of asynchronous multiplayer, where players' actions in certain areas affect the world state for others, adds a layer of connectivity without breaking immersion. These systems expand the community-driven experience of Nioh, making victories feel communal and losses instructive when watching other strategies. Graphically, Nioh 3 is stunning. The team at Team Ninja has pushed the hardware of modern consoles to deliver sweeping vistas, intricate shrine interiors, and highly detailed character models. Lighting and particle effects enhance combat, particularly with yokai abilities that blend fire, lightning, and shadow elements in visually spectacular ways. The soundtrack is equally impressive, combining traditional Japanese instruments with epic orchestral scores, perfectly complementing the tension of combat and the emotional beats of the story. Ambient sounds in forests, shrines, and war camps heighten immersion, making the world feel alive and dangerous. From a technical standpoint, Nioh 3 runs smoothly, with fluid animations that make combat feel responsive and weighty. Load times are minimal, and performance remains stable even in complex environments with multiple enemies on screen. The UI has been refined, providing quick access to abilities, items, and yokai fusion powers without breaking the flow of gameplay. Accessibility options, including customizable difficulty modifiers and visual cues for enemy attacks, ensure that both veterans and newcomers can engage meaningfully with the game's challenging systems. Narratively, the game explores themes of identity, power, and consequence. The protagonist's hybrid nature is not just a gameplay mechanic, but a lens through which the story examines what it means to be human in a world dominated by spirits and war. Side quests and optional missions often carry moral ambiguity, giving weight to player choices and reinforcing the sense that actions have lasting impact. NPC interactions feel richer than in previous games, with characters responding dynamically to the player's progression, alliances, and combat style. In terms of replayability, Nioh 3 excels, with multiple weapon classes, yokai fusion abilities, and branching quests. No two playthroughs feel identical. The game also introduces a nightmare mode, offering tougher enemies and better rewards for players seeking extreme challenges. Seasonal events and downloadable content promise additional layers of story, weapons, and enemy encounters, ensuring that the world remains engaging long after the main storyline concludes. Ultimately, Nioh 3 2026 represents a masterclass in action RPG design. It successfully balances punishing difficulty with fair mechanics, complex narrative with engaging exploration, and traditional combat with innovative new systems like yokai fusion. The game rewards experimentation, patience, and strategic thinking, providing a deeply satisfying experience for fans of the series and newcomers alike. Its combination of stunning visuals, intricate world building, and responsive combat makes it a standout title of the year and a benchmark for future action RPGs. In conclusion, Nioh 3 is a triumph of game design, storytelling, and technical execution. It elevates the series' formula while staying true to its roots, offering both nostalgia and innovation. Players looking for a challenging, richly detailed world filled with dangerous enemies, rewarding combat, and meaningful choices will find themselves fully immersed. Whether battling through yokai-infested forests, uncovering the secrets of 16th century Japan, or mastering new fusion abilities, Nioh 3 delivers an unforgettable experience that solidifies its place as one of the premier action RPGs of 2026.